India got independence in 1947 from almost 200 years of colonial rule of Britishers, but at the same time it also got partitioned into two dominion states, India and Pakistan. Pakistan was consisted of East Pakistan, the current Bangladesh, and the West Pakistan, the current Pakistan now. East Pakistan and West Pakistan were totally dominated Muslim majority before partition. The creation of Pakistan was based on the ideology of Islam, which provided authority to the leadership and established a massive Islamic sympathy transcending the political, economic and social realms. There is a great deal of difference between the Jinnah's idea of Pakistan as a state and the shape it took later. After the creation of Pakistan, the form of its state structure was debated, the nature of the state as well as its ideology were discussed. Since religion had played an important role in the creation of Pakistan, the role of religion in the context of an independent Pakistan assumed significance. The founding father of Pakistan, that is Muhammad Ali Jinnah, wanted Pakistan to be a secular, democratic and a liberal republic. Jinnah from the very beginning of the state made it very clear that Pakistan was not going to be a theocratic state ruled by religious priests. While framing the constitution of Pakistan, a debate had ensued in the Constitution Assembly regarding the form of its constitution and its Islamic contents. The unitary formula of the state was approved by stating that it is accordance with Islam. Moreover, the political elites of Pakistan comprising the middle class, feudal lords and bureaucratic elites which were not in favor of Islamic state. Rather, they wanted to confine the role of Islam to cultural identity. Just because of this, Pakistan was secular from 1947 to 1955. Jinnah was not willing to allow religion to have preeminence in the constitution. Thus, immediately after his death, Prime Minister Liaquat Ali Khan formed a committee of ulema. Ulema are known as Muslim scholars to decide the Islamic guidelines for Pakistan's constitution. Pakistan adopted a constitution in 1956 and declared Islam as a state religion of Pakistan Islamic Republic. The main principle of secularism in the Pakistani constitution were incorporated in its fundamental rights, which were granted under various articles of the constitution. Such articles are like the Article 20 talks about the freedom to profess religion and to manage religious institutions. Article 21 talk about the safeguard against taxation for purpose of any particular religion, and the Article 22 talks about safeguards as the educational institution in the respect of religion, and finally the Article 25 talks about equality of citizens. If I talk about the Hinduism in Pakistan, Hinduism is the second largest religious affiliations in Pakistan after Islam. While Hinduism was one of the dominant faiths in the region a few centuries back, today Hindus account for only 2.14% of Pakistan's population, or about 4.4 million people according to the latest 2017 Pakistani census. According to 1941 census, which was the final census prior to partition, Hindus population constituted around 14.6% of the population in West Pakistan, that is the current Pakistan, and 28% of the population in East Pakistan, which is the current Bangladesh now. After partition, when the first census of Pakistan was conducted in the year 1951, it was found that the Muslim proportion in West Pakistan increased from approximately 77.3%, which was in 1941 census, to 97.1% as per the 1951 census. While in the contrast, the combined Hindu and Sikh proportion in West Pakistan decreased from approximately 20.8% to just 1.7% during the same time frame. As the 1947 partition of India gave rise to bloody riotings and indiscriminate intercommunal killings of Hindus, Muslims and Sikh across the Indian subcontinent. As per the result, around 7.2 million Hindus and Sikh moved to India and around 7.5 million Muslims moved to Pakistan permanently, which leading to demographic change of both the nations to a certain extent. The latest census of 2017, which was conducted by Pakistan Bureau of Statistics, released the religious data in which 96.47% are Muslims, followed by 2.14% Hindus, 1.27% Christian, 0.09% Ahmadis Muslims, and the other 0.2% are Sikhs, Zoroastrians, Bahis, Buddhist and the others religion. Hindus are primarily concentrated in Sindh, where the majority of Hindu enclaves are found. Umarkot district of Sindh is the only Hindu majority district in Pakistan. Population percentage of Hindus in this district is around 52.15%. 25%. Tharparkar district of the Sindh province has the highest population of Hindus in terms of absolute terms. Umarkot, Tharparkar, Mirpur Khas and Singur are the four districts of Pakistan that host more than half of the Hindu population in the Pakistan. According to 2017 census, these are the only district in Pakistan where the population of Hindus are greater than 1% and rest of the district have less than 1% Hindu population. If I talk about the education and literacy rates of Pakistani Hindus, overall Pakistan's literacy rate is ranked around 113 out of 120 countries. According to Pakistan's National Council for Justice and Peace report, the average literacy rate among upper caste Hindu is just 34% and the scheduled caste Hindu literacy rate is just 19%. The national average of literacy rate in Pakistan is just 46.56%. Another survey which was conducted by Pakistan Seva Welfare Trust, the literacy rate among scheduled caste Hindu is just 16% in Pakistan. The survey noted that the reason behind this is that majority of scheduled caste Hindu families don't send their girl children to school due to the fear of forced conversion. If I talk about the Hindu Marriage Acts and laws in Pakistan, there are only two laws which govern Hindu marriage in Pakistan. The first is Sindh Hindu Marriage Acts of 2016 that is only applicable in Sindh province of Pakistan, and the second Hindu Marriage Acts of 2017 that is only applicable in Islamabad, Balochistan, Khyber Pakhtunkhwa and Punjab province of Pakistan. The Sindh Marriage Acts included divorce rights, remarriage rights and financial security of wife and children after divorce. If I talk about the temple situation in Pakistan, the communal violence of the 1940s and the subsequent persecution have resulted in the destruction of many Hindu temples in Pakistan. According to a survey, there were 428 Hindu temples in Pakistan at the time of partition and 408 of them were now turned into toy stores, restaurants, government offices and schools. Among these, 11 temples are in Sindh, 4 in Punjab, 3 in Balochistan and 2 in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. However, in November 2019, the government of Pakistan started the restoration process for 400 Hindu temples in Pakistan. Some temples were reopened in Pakistan, like the Gorakhnath temple which was closed to 1947 was reopened in 2011. Darya Lal Mandir was reopened in Karachi. A 1,000-year-old Shivala Teja Singh temple was reopened in Sialkot, Pakistan and a 100-year-old temple was reopened in Balochistan. Now if I talk about the destruction of temples in Pakistan, in 2006 a Hindu temple in Lahore was destroyed to pave the way for construction of multi-storied commercial building. In January 2014, a policeman standing guard outside a Hindu temple in Peshawar was gunned down, and all Pakistan Hindu Rights Movement survey said that 95% of all Hindu temples in Pakistan have been converted since 1990. Pakistani Muslims have attacked Hindu temples if anything happens to any mosque in neighboring country India. In 2014, a Hindu temple in Dharamsala in Larkana district in Sindh was attacked by a crowd mob of Muslims. In 2019, 3 Hindu temples were vandalized in Ghotki district in Sindh over blasphemy accusation. In December 2020, a Hindu temple in Terry village of Karak district was attacked and vandalized. In August 2021, Hindu temples in Rahim Yar Khan in Punjab province of Pakistan was attacked by a mob. Time to time attacks on Hindu temples carried out in Pakistan. If I talk about the religious persecution in Pakistan on Hindus, there have been a significant decline of Hinduism, Buddhism and Sikhism in Pakistan over the years. There are numbers of reasons behind it. As this region was predominantly Muslim during the rule of Delhi Sultanate and later Mughal Empire, the religious conversion was a gradual process here. Mostly it is attributed to the works of Sufis. Some converted into Islam in order to gain tax relief, land grant, marriage partners, social and economic advancement or freedom of slavery, and some have been converted by forcefully. Some Hindus in Pakistan feels that they are treated second-class citizens in Pakistan. Many have continued to migrate to India. In 2013, around 1,000 Hindu families fled to India and around 5,000 Hindus are migrating from Pakistan to India every year. The second Prime Minister of Pakistan, Khwaja Nizamuddin, stated that, "I do not agree that the religion is a private affair of the individual, nor do I agree that in an Islamic state every citizen has identical rights, no matter what his creed, caste or faith be." If a supreme leader of a country could say this, then it is definitely that the minority communities like Hindus or others will feel insecure in this country. One of the significant issues being faced by Hindus and other minority community in Pakistan is the abuse of blasphemy law. People belonging to minority religions are often falsely accused of using derogatory remarks against the Islamic prophet Muhammad. And in result of this, they are charged with fines, lengthy prison sentences, and sometimes they get awarded with death penalty. During the COVID-19 pandemic in Pakistan, a report emerged that rations were being denied to minority Hindus and Christians in the coastal area of Karachi. The Selani Welfare Trust, which was carrying out the relief work, said that the aid was rescued for Muslim alone. One of the biggest issues the Hindu community faces in Pakistan is the forced conversion of minor Hindu girls to Islam. According to one highest estimate is that the number of such conversion is up to 1,000 per year. Many Hindus are induced to convert to Islam for easily getting Watan cards and national identification cards. These converts were also given land and money. Attacks on religious minorities in Pakistan have claimed hundreds of lives of religious minorities such as Hindu, Pakistani Ahmadis, Shia Sufis and Christians. Women belonging to minority communities have been kidnapping and targets of forced conversion and marriages. Forced conversion, rape, forced marriages of Hindu women in Pakistan have recently become controversial in Pakistan. And just because of that, minority communities do not send their girl children to school and get uneducated whole of life. For Ahmadis, who are Pakistani, and Pakistan made an amendment to its constitution in 1974 and declared Ahmadis as non-Muslims. After that, military dictator Muhammad Ziaul Haq prohibited Ahmadis from calling themselves as Muslims. Ahmadis also become the victims of attacking, kidnapping and forcefully conversion. In 1992 in Lahore, where there were few prominent temples which included Jain Mandir, Sitla Mandir, Bhadrakali Mandir, these were a few historical temples besides other temples across the country which came under attacks and were burned down by mobs in the wake of Babri Mosque demolition incident that took place in India. This incident triggered riots and mob attacks against Hindu religious property in Pakistan. The rise of Taliban insurgencies in Pakistan has been an influential and increasing factor in the persecution of non-Muslims in Pakistan. Former Pakistani cricket player Danish Kaneria recently alleged mistreatment by the team members and management for being a Hindu. Now I will talk about the India's stance on Pakistani persecuted Hindus minorities. The Citizenship Amendment Act of 2019 was passed by the Parliament of India in 2019. It amended the Citizenship Act of 1955 by providing an accelerated pathway to Indian citizenship for persecuted religious minorities from Afghanistan, Bangladesh and Pakistan who arrived in India by 2014. Hindus, Sikhs, Buddhist, Jain, Parsi and Christian are the eligible minorities for this act. This law does not grant such eligibility to Muslims from these countries. Since 2011, thousands of Pakistani refugees, mostly Hindu, have been granted long-term visa. They will now be able to get PAN cards and Aadhaar cards as well as buy property in India. Those who have been obtained long-term visa are eligible to get driving license, PAN card, Aadhaar card and do businesses in India. They are also allowed to migrate and transfer their visa from one state to another. However, they are forbidden from purchasing immovable properties around restricted areas. In 2014, Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi has said the Pakistani Hindu refugees in India will be treated like any other Indian citizen. He also said that India is the only place for them who are harassed in other countries and it is the responsibility of India. And at last, Pakistan was the fulcrum of Indus Valley civilization, who is one of the oldest civilizations in the world. It is assumed that the Pashupati image of Mohenjo-daro evolved to be worshipped as Shiva and the modern goddess as Shakti. Swastika symbols, yogic posture and many more archaeological finds have been found in this Indus Valley civilization that have influenced to shape the Hinduism. During Vedic period, Rigveda period, the oldest Hindu text is believed to have been composed in the Punjab region of modern-day Pakistan on the bank of Indus River. Many places and cities of Pakistan are influenced by Mahabharata and Ramayana and other epics. Many cities and places have been found the character which have been mentioned in these epics, like Lahore city of Pakistan founded by Love, while the Kasur city was founded by his twin Kus, both of whom were the sons of Lord Rama of the Ramayana. Many Pakistani cities names such as Peshawar, Multan have Sanskrit roots. The region which influenced to shape the Hinduism, now the Hinduism of this region have been declining at a very fast rate.